know what it is with the AEW locker room, man. It's a very bizarre place to be employed, AEW. I don't know, whether it's from the independent circuit, you come on in from the indies, or if you're somebody that's coming over from WWE and the ball and chain, the handcuffs are off and you're able to do and say whatever you want. The delusion quickly sets in. And the delusion has quickly set in for Ricochet. He hasn't even been there 3 months yet. He's already claiming that without Ricochet, there would be no AEW. Now, my question is, how quickly after these comments were made is Tony Khan going to bury Ricochet? Because we all know how petty Tony Khan can be. Speaking of Tony Khan, his number one guy, Hologram, is out with a major injury, man. I hear the tears falling from Tony's face, hitting the ground as we speak. Also, somebody who's probably going to be on WWE television before the end of the year has been removed from the AEW roster page, and a major push coming for Finn Balor in 2025. All this and more on today's episode of Off the Script for your Sunday, December 8th, 2024. We'll start off with my guy, Pentagon Jr., no longer listed on the AEW roster page on the AEW website. This comes as his contract with the promotion recently expired this week, and he is now officially a free agent. Penta is free and clear to sign with any promotion, which more than likely will be WWE. His brother and tag team partner, Rey Fenix, who, by the way, is being fucked over by Tony Khan for pettiness, because we all know exactly where he's going. He will remain in AEW as the promotion opted to add time missed due to injury, and it came out last week officially that Tony Khan plans to ice Rey Fenix without using one of the greatest luchadors of the modern era. WWE is heavily interested in bringing in the Lucha Brothers, and as of this writing, it is unclear whether Penta will go straight to WWE or wait before his brother comes in. Now, Penta first joined AEW in 2019, where he found tag team success with Rey Fenix as the Lucha Brothers. They are former AEW tag team champions, and Penta has yet to publicly comment on his AEW departure. I don't think he will do that as long as he knows his brother is there, because I'm sure he is under an NDA and can't say anything discriminatory or negative about AEW. In regards to Penta, one of the most unique talents in the industry even today. Love Penta. Love what he's done for AEW. Love what he brings to any locker room he's in. I've called many Penta matches in House of Glory. I feel very fortunate and very lucky to be around and be a part of his pro wrestling journey, man. Fucking great talent. Absolutely a model guy. One of the nicest guys you can meet. He comes to House of Glory. He's shaking everybody's hand. He's giving everybody high fives. He loves his fans. Loves his fans. This is why I don't really understand how Tony can be so fucking petty to two guys like this, who basically were the foundations of AEW from its beginning stages. And I find it very fucking weird and fucking stupid how fans can quickly turn their backs because they're going to the Fed. Meanwhile, these guys gave you their blood, their sweat, their tears, and are part of some of the greatest matches in the history of that promotion. I don't understand how you could just quickly turn your backs on two AEW originals. Now, we could all sit here and claim that what Tony Khan and what he's doing to Rey Fenix is fucking terrible, which it is. Penta is escaping the clutches of AEW and Tony Khan, and Penta is going to join WWE. I don't know when, I don't know where. But something happened on Friday Night SmackDown this past Friday with Carmelo Hayes and Nick Aldis backstage, where Nick Aldis was confronted by Carmelo Hayes, and Carmelo wants to know what exactly he's doing on Friday Night SmackDown, or he's going to call Adam Pearce and ask for a trade so that he could be Monday Night Mellow on Netflix, which sounds like a great idea to me. That's got a nice ring to it. Nick Aldis says, I got a special superstar for you. And then WWE, they posted a YouTube video, and in the title of the YouTube video, they said, new superstar for Carmelo Hayes. Now, everybody is claiming that this is probably going to end up being Penta, Would WWE bring Penta to television so quickly? I would say yes. Why not? Everybody's like, well, Penta's not going to join WWE without his brother. For all we know, Phoenix could join WWE in the fucking third or fourth quarter of 2025. Penta's not going to sit that time out. Right? Phoenix probably gave him his blessing. Bro, I'll join you when I can. It's a fucking shitty situation. But Penta in WWE, man, he could do a myriad of things. He could wrestle Carmelo Hayes, which is the rumor right now. Go after the United States Championship and wrestle Dark Nakamura. Get Pentagon Dark versus this evil Nakamura. Penta versus Gunther. Penta versus Cody. Penta versus literally anybody. AJ Styles. I mean, the fucking matches are making your mouth water just with him over there. But I can't wait to see what he does, man. He's been removed from the roster page. He's got the fucking handcuffs off. Goodbye. Good riddance. Did Tony thank him for his contributions? Probably not. And he won't, because Tony's a fucking prick. We'll see what happens with Penta. And Ray Phoenix is unfortunately going to be iced by the pettiness of Tony Khan. And Penta will probably be in WWE, if not on SmackDown. Monday Night Raw on Netflix. We're heading towards the Royal Rumble. Within the next 6 to 8 weeks, this man will be on WWE television, gracing us with his presence. Moving on, man. We got an AEW star. Hologram. Do we want to call him a star? Is he a star? No. No, he's not. He's Tony Khan's wet dream. That's exactly what he is. AEW star Hologram is dealing with a serious ankle injury. Now, Hologram, who was getting a strong push by AEW, is being pushed by Tony Khan as the fucking eighth wonder of the world on AEW television. He's now sidelined with an injury. At the last pay-per-view, which we saw them at, I believe it was at Wrestle Dream, he wrestled the Beast Mortos. In a 2 out of 3 falls match, Hologram went over in the contest. By the way, he got pinned in that 2 out of 3 falls, so I don't really think he's undefeated. But in the record books, it shows that he's undefeated. You know, he's very close to Bill Goldberg's record of 171-0. Or whatever it was, 173? Whatever it is. What is Hologram? 16-0? He went over the Beast Mortos to extend his winning streak. Hologram was written off television in an attack angle involving Mortos on an episode of Collision. Now, previously reporting from Lucha Blog says Hologram was injured at Wrestle Dream during an outside dive. He was later pulled from AAA and GCW events. Fightful Select is reporting that Hologram was set to be a big factor in AEW's new Mexican TV deal before the injury. The belief in AEW is that he's sidelined with a serious ankle injury, and as of this writing, a timetable for his return is not known. I feel the tears dropping and hear the tears dropping from Tony's face down to the ground, man. He's heartbroken. He can't sleep. Tony is shattered with this news, man. Heartbroken over this terrible news, man. And his father, Shad Khan, couldn't give a single shit as Tony Khan goes out there and always exclaims to his father,
Dad! Hologram! He's injured! I don't know what I could do. Can I get a hug from you and Mom? Please? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Son, you have so many other luchadors on your television. You have the Beast Mortos. And you have Bandito coming back to television. What about Commander? What about... Who else is there, man?
I don't even know who the fuck else there is, man. Who else is there? Commander, Beast Mortos, Bandito, Sin Cara, CMLL. Who else is there, man? Who else is there that he could fucking put his hopes and dreams and his trust in, man? I don't... Who? Who gives a shit? Literally. If Hologram wasn't injured, I guarantee he'd be in the fucking Continental Classic. Guarantee it. What an earth-shattering fucking, oh my God, man, I can't believe it. Hologram, he's out with a serious ankle injury, man. He'll be back when he's back. Who gives a shit? Fucking ridiculous, man. Ricochet. Speaking of ridiculous, Ricochet says if there wasn't a Ricochet, there would be no AEW. Really now? Really now? Former WWE and current AEW star Ricochet was recently interviewed by the Hot Tag Podcast. Ricochet is one of those names who was getting a lot of buzz on the independent scene before his WWE days. Yeah, that was a long time ago, man. It's like 7 years ago. Because his incredible matches and his series of matches with Will Ospreay made a lot of fans take notice of him. Yeah, you know, if AEW didn't exist, right? Ricochet would be back on the independent circuit, being featured everywhere. And now he's joined AEW, and he's joined AEW to feel like everybody else. There is no uniqueness to Ricochet. There's like fucking a dozen Ricochets on the AEW roster. Will Ospreay being one of them. So how unique is Ricochet? How much buzz is Ricochet getting right now? Not much. Not much. That died off in like 2 months. During the interview with the Hot Tag Podcast, Ricochet says that he feels without him, there would be no AEW. He said, I'm not saying that I'm the sole reason. I'm just saying if there wasn't Ricochet, there would be no AEW. I'm not saying I'm the sole reason that this has happened. Ricochet then talked about his matches that he had with Ospreay, Pac, and AR Fox when he wrestled for promotions such as Dragon Gate, PWG, and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Everything I feel I have done in my past career helped set a world up where AEW can exist. I'm not saying it's just me. It's me, it's the Young Bucks, it's Kenny Omega, it's Will Ospreay, it's everybody. But I'm just saying, without Ricochet, there would be no Ospreay, really. All these guys are passionate. Without that, there would be no AEW. Yeah, but he said legitimately that without him, there'd be no AEW. Then he goes on to say, yeah, I'm not the sole reason. But I'm just saying, if there wasn't a Ricochet, there'd be no AEW. Oh, okay. How do you think Tony Khan is feeling listening to this fucking Hot Tag Podcast interview with Ricochet? Oh, yeah, motherfucker. Without you, there'd be no Ricochet. There'd be no AEW. Without Ricochet, there'd be no AEW. Oh, okay. Hey, let's see how you do on Rampage, wrestling fucking Iron Savages, being sent to Titty City. Let's see how you do on Collision, wrestling Tony Nese. Yeah, they'll bury him quicker than he could fucking breathe. Without Tony Khan's financial backing and the billions that his family is worth, there would be no AEW. Without Cody Rhodes, there would be no AEW. That is what put AEW on the map. The elite, their vision, wanting to take over the world. Ricochet wasn't even a fucking thought when AEW was born and when AEW put on all of their greatest shows that they will probably never go back and do ever again. Ricochet has joined AEW at the worst time in AEW history, and Ricochet is suffering for it. Not only did he join AEW at the lowest it's ever been, Ricochet stock is the lowest it's ever been. Both he and Samantha, his wife, left WWE at the height of her career, and Ricochet was getting a prominent role on television. I guarantee you he would be used a lot better on Monday Night Raw than he's been used on AEW television. Oh, but he's in the Continental Classic. Sure thing, man. They're getting their lowest ratings ever. Nobody gives a fuck about the Tony Continental Classic. Nobody gives a shit. Ricochet is as dead could be. This guy is where Ray Phoenix is. Only difference is he's on fucking television, ice cold. And Ray Phoenix is on the comfort of his own fucking couch, ice cold. Collecting a paycheck while he's healing his body for his next adventure in WWE. Really? The only thing I'm wondering is how quick Tony Khan's going to bury him for these ridiculous comments, because we know how petty Tony Khan is, and we know how much Tony loves power, and we know how Tony loves his fucking, his spotlight. Don't you dare take that spotlight away from me. AEW is Tony Khan, and Tony Khan will do everything in his power to make sure you know it is all Tony Khan. AEW is Tony Khan, not Ricochet. And that's not for good reason. It's the worst it's ever been. It is so fucking bad, I can't even explain to you in this one video what's bad with AEW. You all know what's wrong. Just look at the fucking numbers. Ricochet is certainly not helping them go this way, only this way. And finally, guys, Finn Balor. We got some news on Finn Balor potentially getting a major push on WWE television, as the company has big plans for him in 2025, and this is according to WrestleVotes on WrestleVotes Radio on Patreon. It was noted that WWE plans to renew Finn Balor's singles push in 2025. They say, and I quote, the first thing that we're hearing this week is about Finn Balor. Finn Balor is in line for a renewed singles push as we get into 2025. Along with the renewed singles push, expect a 10-year anniversary celebration, not like the New Day. However, they're going to mention Finn's 10 years, including some brand new merchandise that will celebrate all of the various aspects that we've seen Finn Balor throughout his career in WWE and a bunch of social media promotion. Probably some of the Demon as well, as Demon Balor was a big situation in Black and Gold NXT. This year, the longtime WWE star has found more tag team success than singles success. Balor and JD McDonough, JD McFish, McRib, McNuggets, McSausage, McCafe, you guys get the point, won the Raw Tag Team titles from R-Truth and The Miz on June 24th, 2024. And I believe they only defended those tag team titles twice. Get rid of them. We only need one set of tag team titles. Or if you want these tag team titles to mean something, get them the fuck off of Judgment Day. Since then, the Judgment Day have only defended them a handful of times. During the last episode of Monday Night Raw, they beat... No, it wasn't the last. It was like a week before last. They beat the War Raiders, which I'm assuming we're going to get a rematch. And the War Raiders should absolutely win the tag team titles, Ivar and Eric. But yes, Balor, I mean, it looks like Balor's on his way out of Judgment Day anyway. He is definitely teasing leaving or them kicking him out. I predict that Dominic will be the leader of Judgment Day. If you guys missed SmackDown, obviously, there was a situation in the back. I don't remember what segment it was. I think it was with Bianca and Naomi after Bianca beat Piper Niven. There was a segment on SmackDown. There, we saw Nick Aldis speaking to Dominic Mysterio. Now, I don't know what that means, but normally when Triple H does that and you see that on television, that something's going on, and right now they're in the midst of this potential trade deadline. We could potentially see the Judgment Day split up via the trade deadline. We don't know. But as far as Balor, I think he's on his way out of Judgment Day, whether he leaves on his own or if he's booted out of Judgment Day. I think Judgment Day will have a whole new look in 2025, and Balor will not be a part of it. Whether he goes single and turns babyface or goes single and stays heel, I don't know. But he's become a locker room leader, and he's definitely one of Triple H's favorites. He's been there and stayed with WWE because he's seen the change in leadership, and he trusts Triple H. And I think they're going to give back to him, whether that means a world title run, an intercontinental title run. I do think that Balor is going to be in line for some big things in 2025. And we didn't really need WrestleVotes, though they do a great job always. I don't think we needed WrestleVotes to know that. You could just kind of see the trajectory of where we're going with Balor. And I do think that he's going to be a major mainstay on Monday Night Raw. Thank you guys for all your support. If you enjoyed this week's content, man, we are going to keep the ball rolling. I'll be live tomorrow night after Monday Night Raw, right here on Off the Script. But if you did enjoy this week's content, let me know down below in the comment section below. Sound off. Let me know what you think of Ricochet and his ridiculous comments. Let me know what you think of Finn Balor. Who do you want to see him feud with in 2025 after he finishes the Damian Priest feud? Do you see him as a potential world champion? Sound off in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications, and please hit that thumbs up on your way out. I will be live after Monday Night Raw. We'll continue to keep the videos going, man. Live after Raw right here on Off the Script. Have a great weekend, guys, and I'll see you later.